Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest now, people. There's Rocksteady signing in with a little review, an overview and a rating of a record I have just listened to. On request. I mean, I did get into a little bit of MCR via the first two records. I didn't expect to be jumping into this one anytime too soon because, hey, we're exploring music as a whole. Let's be real with you. It could go any route with the 24 hours a day I have. But my man Mo has given me a request via the Patreon. He says you need to check out if you've not heard it already, which is definitely a wise statement because you know being at my age and coming up with the people I have, it's quite possible I have heard this record before. So that was some good foresight, to be honest. If you hadn't heard the record, check out MCR's Black Parade, and this really is the My Chemical Romance record, isn't it? So we had 3 Cheers on prior to this, and I thought, wow, this must be the record because there's so many hits on this. But listening to this one, there's such a fantastic development, and it's absolutely mind-blowing the amount of depth onto this record, whether it be the theatrical value, whether it be the concept, whether it be the sound engineering, instrumentation, the songwriting. The music videos were great. Absolutely fantastic. So I don't know how long the record runs for, but there's 14 tunes on this. You know, it's a decent length. I can tell you that much. I've only got the songs broken up here and there, song length, so I don't know. I would assume we're looking at 45, 50 minutes. Potentially longer, but that would be a surprise. That would be a surprise. So first and foremost, let me just talk on the songwriting. When we covered the track Teenagers, we had a little bit of a discussion on the lyrical content and how it was structurally. And I gave you a little bit of game on that, alright, in reference to actual pop music in regards to hit songs. Whoever's writing for the band can write. Whoever's writing for the band at this stage in My Chem's career was just like, we need to get to the chorus sections ASAP. We need to get to the lead melody. We need to get to that belting, big, powerful, booming wall of sound chorus as soon as possible. And they did that time and time and time and time again. Each and every song. We'd have an introduction, which was very inventive. We tend to have, you know, some very creative, alluring pull of the introduction. We'd have the first verse, 16 lines, maybe 8 lines. 16 bars at least, should I say. Maybe 8 bars in some songs. Then we're getting to the chorus. Second verse comes and goes. I don't even assess it. I don't even clock onto it because we're back into the chorus section. Then we finish off with the chorus. Each and every time we're just banging in these melodies, saying, oh, have this melody after this melody after this melody. And that in cooperation with the big booming sound engineering masterpiece that has been conjured through the sound engineers and the producers. Match made in heaven. Fantastic. Fantastic. Creatively speaking, artistically speaking, this was just a bunch of dudes with an image who created good songs. This was a very creative project. They look young on the music videos. But up there is most certainly, you know, the wheels are spinning. It's such a creative endeavour. On that very last song, Blood, I sort of came to a conclusion that someone must have been interested in musical theatre because the theatrics of it all really were second to none. You don't find that often. You do not find that often. You do not find that often. I contrasted it in regards to the people who I knew back in the day who took this route into their music and expressive journey, going through My Chemical Romance. They must have had the same experience as to when I came across and got into Good Charlotte. Because I really liked, in particular, I really liked the second Good Charlotte record. I was given the music videos to Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, the Anthem and so on and so forth. Must have been on Kerrang, if not Smash Hits, potentially. Music channels. And that got sold to me and I got really into that. And to this day, I can listen back to that music and them records and think this is amazing. The writing is amazing. It still touches me as a grown adult as opposed to the child I was, because that was me. That's a bit of me. you know what I mean, in constant connection to that craft, to that art. So when I listen to this record, I perceive that and I can understand that. Because obviously me, as an adult, I don't share the same impact it would have hit me if I was listening to this music as a 14-year-old, as a 15-year-old, as a 16-year-old perhaps, you know what I mean? Finding myself looking inwards to myself in high school and, you know, creating identity. But one thing this band does have over Good Charlotte, and this isn't a comparison video, I just say that to sort of put My Chem on a higher pedestal. Good Charlotte did not have the conceptual value. Good Charlotte wrote good songs. And Good Charlotte touched me to the point where I thought, wow, I can carry this band and these couple of records through to my later years. People who are still into My Chem, I completely understand, because there is a lot more depth into the production of this work, and it goes above and beyond writing a catchy melody, which is absolutely fantastic. If I was to rank this record, this is a good one. I've been listening to some fantastic records as of recent, trust me. I listened to AC/DC's Power Age record, which might be the best AC/DC record of all time up until now, especially regarding how the fan base took it. I listened to that, I was blown away by that. I listened to Rage Against the Machine's self-titled record, which was incredible. I've been listening to the Red Hot Chilies. I've been listening to, you know, a lot of fantastic and leading records of different bands. And this can go up there. 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 I am not going to rank this record through my personal experience with it, because personally, I'm not going to return to this record because it doesn't express who I am and what I need to say and what's in my head at this moment in time. I don't think it ever will do. I think I've bypassed that. So I'm going to approach this rating in respects to the product I've heard, the project I've heard. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give it a very, very high rating. That's a 9 out of 10. Because there's heaps of material on the record, and all of the material has been thought through. It's been polished to an industry-leading standard, no doubt. The aesthetic of them, the branding of them, it's always on brand. It's experimental, but not so experimental that you think, why? To take pop song structure and to add the building blocks in a manner which still allows creativity and unique value can be a tough thing to do, but these lot have done it. They've thought about everything. I say this respectfully. It's not necessarily organic, okay? Everything's been done for a reason. Everything has been done for a reason, right? From the dyeing of the hair to the... yeah, I don't need to go into that. It's not organic. But because of that, it makes it more special. You can tell the time and the effort and the intricacies that have gone into creating this record, and it's worked. It's come out. Some people will write a record for 20 years and come out with something not worth it. These lot have put the effort in and they've got a great result. I'm signing out, people. Peace.